Well, it was ugly, but the Chiefs got the victory 23-20. You're watching the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. My name is Jace Andrews. And Will, let's just start with this. 23-20 should not have been the score. It was 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. And then, I don't know what happened. Patrick Mahomes did not look like Patrick Mahomes. This Chiefs offense did not look like a good Chiefs offense. And overall, Zach Wilson looked better than he should have. And it's just not the game that you expected, especially after what it was a good first quarter. Mahomes finishes with only 203 yards and 2 interceptions is the big thing there. He had 2 coming into this game. Now it's at 4. 28 for 39 for Zach Wilson, 245, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Say what you want about his previous performances. He played well. He played well against this Chiefs defense. Breece Hall, 6 carries, 56 yards. A lot of that coming on a 43-yard rush. Otherwise, he was held in check. And now, the big name on there, it's Isaiah Pacheco. Without him, you don't win this game. 20 carries, got up to about that limit that I wanted to be at. I wanted to get to 20, 25 throughout the entire season. Got to 20 today. 115 yards, 1 touchdown. He had 158 yards total with 4 receptions for 43 yards. So, he was really one of the best players tonight for the Chiefs and the big reason why the Chiefs won. Travis Kelce, with his girlfriend in attendance, 6 receptions for 60 yards. He was the leading receiver once again. Overall, he played pretty well with Taylor Swift in attendance again. Seems to like having her around. But yeah, this was just kind of really, really tough for the Chiefs overall as, again, you get up 17-0, you kind of expect a blowout. And you didn't get that. In fact, by the end of the game, it was a 20-6 run. I just don't really understand. Let me know what you think about it. Give me a one-word reaction to the Chiefs' 23-20 win against the Jets. I know I'm kind of down. The Chiefs did win, and that's really, really nice. But give me a one-word reaction to the Chiefs' 23-20 victory against the Jets. I want you to get in the comments and type that below. One-word reaction. My one word, ugly. I think that's exactly what you should say. Was it a win? Yeah. But was it ugly? Oh, my gosh. It was more than ugly. It was just kind of, not to use this word, but atrocious. It just didn't look good. The second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, it just didn't look good. The only guy who did look good was Isaiah Pacheco. He looked overall the best. But Patrick Mahomes, not so much. Not so much. 18 for 30, 203 yards, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. Interceptions were his fault. Underthrown. Both of them. I don't really know what I can say about them that was necessarily positive. I will say I think he bounced back from the interceptions well. Came in, kind of played his butt off from there, but he just did not look good. And I got to be honest, this may have been the worst half of football, the worst 3 quarters he's played in probably a long time, maybe since that game against the Texans where he was down 24-0. Now, did he come back with a better half? Yeah, so what I'm expecting is to him come back next week and for him to just kind of blow the lights out of the water. Now, the one good thing about this game, Prize Picks. Prize Picks was the best part about this game as Prize Picks, it was the easy way to play daily fantasy sports. And, well, you ask, how does it work? Well, you just pick 2 to 6 players, and if they will go more or less than their Prize Picks projection, you can win up to 25 times your entry. Now, Prize Picks adds a ton of excitement to sports viewing. You can watch progress update in real time, win up to 25 times your entry amount, and cash your winnings with quick scoring, settling, and withdrawals. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. With Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers instead of battling thousands of other players, including pros and sharks. I got to tell you, my picks today, they did not do well, but that's okay. Prize Picks is a super simple way to play. I made my picks in less than 60 seconds. Lost them all in less than 60 seconds, but that's neither here nor there. You can do a lot better than me. Prize Picks is now also offering Apple Play, so I got my deposit in super, super quick. Again, go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. Okay, let's kind of go here with what's going on next. So before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We actually hit 46,000 subscribers today, and I cannot appreciate you enough. And the best part is we get more Chiefs dubs if you hit that sub button. So make sure you are subscribed to the Chiefs Report as we're going onwards and upwards. We got 46K. I'm shooting right for it. Let's go to 47K. All right, we kind of talked about the offense and the the man, Patrick Mahomes. But overall, I think there's a lot more to be talked about on a lot of different kind of main people things. First one would be probably Isaiah Pacheco. He didn't look that good. Oh, excuse me. He looked the best of over in the entirety of the Chiefs staff as, again, he had the most all-purpose yards that he had in his entire career. Entire career. Not to mention 115 yards rushing and a 48-yard rushing touchdown. So I think overall, Isaiah Pacheco played absolutely astounding. And, I mean, I don't really know who else could kind of play better than him today. I mean, Travis Kelce, six receptions for 60 yards. But honestly, Pacheco played pretty good. But I got to ask you, who's your MVP for the Chiefs versus Jets game? Is it Pacheco? I don't know who else it would be. But Pacheco? Is it Kelce? Is it Taylor Swift? I don't freaking know. I don't think it's Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if it's the defense at all. But, I mean, you got to be honest. You asking me? There's only one right answer. It's Isaiah Pacheco. Dude was the reason the Chiefs won this game, flat out. He was the guy who had the 48-yard touchdown that really, in all seriousness, got this offense going, and then it slowed down right after that. Well, I think Isaiah Pacheco gets the MVP book and my award winner. It was not the best game overall, but I think he was the one bright spot that really shows how good this team can actually be. Because we always talk about Patrick Mahomes. We always talk about how he can make anybody look good in the passing game. Well, I think that Chiefs were missing Isaiah Pacheco. How they have a guy who can go in there and run the ball, and he's going to be used over the next couple weeks because it's not going to get necessarily harder. It's not going to get easier, though, because the Jets were not the greatest team. But the Vikings next week in Minnesota, and you get back-to-back home games against the Broncos and the Chargers, and then you go to the Broncos as you place the Broncos, who, again, they barely beat the Bears today. They're not good. You should beat both them, and you have the Chargers in there as well before you go to Germany, take on the Dolphins. I think that's wins to the Fins, maybe. I can't really predict the Dolphins game just yet because I don't know who's going to be there, if there's injuries, if what happens. I'll tell you one thing, the Dolphins did not look like the best team in the AFC today. Bills absolutely demolished them. I think the Chiefs should win out at least until the Dolphins game. And if they don't, man, they had lost a game they shouldn't have. To be quite honest, they should be 7-1 at that point. And if they're not, I think something went wrong because Minnesota next week, they're 1-3. You have the Broncos, also 1-3. Chargers, who they beat the Raiders today, and then you have the Broncos again. You got to win those games. You got to win those games and use those to kind of build your momentum. Offense, again, after looking so good last week and looking so good in the first quarter today, just did not do what they were supposed to do. But overall, the Chiefs still got the victory. We're still pumped here, and the best way to stay pumped is subscribing to the Chiefs Report, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We're going to have a video out tomorrow talking a little bit more in depth on this game. Some reactions after a little bit as we'll talk about Isaiah Pacheco. We'll kind of talk about Mahomes and what went wrong. And we'll talk about this defense because I got to be honest, this was the most points they had given up in a lone in a long time in this season. Now, again, offense had a pick that was really close to the end zone, so short fieldage. But overall, once again, the final score 23-20. It was a close game, not the way I thought it was going to be, but man, it's just tough. So either way, we appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next Chiefs Report. Peace out.